Hey friends, Jeremy Goodrich here from Shine Insurance. Wanted to share with you today an epidemic that is really affecting particularly the apartment insurance world. The biggest effect it's having is creating large price increases for folks who own apartments. But a secondary effect that it's having is with those price increases come insurance companies that are truly leaving the apartment insurance world, saying no to apartment insurance anymore. And so we have price increases by companies that are offering worse coverage. What that turns around to mean is not only are you paying more in your insurance, but you're also having a worse claim experience when you actually need to use that insurance. So what is this thing that's creating the epidemic? Well, I think an email I received this morning shares it best. It's an email from an apartment client who has multiple properties and has already sent me a previous email about 6 months ago that said, "Hey, I had a roofer come out and tell me that I have hail damage to all of my roofs." Which I responded, "No problem. We'll file a claim and walk through the process." And we did, and we replaced most of those roofs. Now that's good. That's great. The claim experience has been wonderful. He sent me an email this morning that said, "Hey, a roofer inspected 3 more properties that weren't inspected before. All of those have hail damage as well." Which I will go through the same process and do the same thing. But what's happening here is a couple of things. And this is the epidemic that really is affecting apartment insurance for everyone who has it. This is roofs get old. And old roofs are not really covered by insurance, right? It's sort of like an old HVAC system. If your HVAC system gets old, you just need to replace it, right? If there's carpet in an apartment, you need to replace that when it gets older, when you turn that unit. Same goes for cabinets and things of that nature. There's an element of owning properties that means you have maintenance cost associated with that property. And one of the most expensive maintenance costs is the roof, right? Especially if you have 500 units over 30 buildings, you have millions of dollars in cost to replace roofs. And so it's very tempting to try and get insurance companies to do that. And lots of people have success doing that, which, I'm not here to defend the insurance companies. I'm here to tell you how this is working and what is happening. So lots of people are filing $1 million of claims to have their old roofs replaced by saying there was hail damage or something like that. The reality is old roofs probably have some damage. That's just part of a roof being existing, right? And so insurance companies are put in the position to say, well, do we replace this? If you have hail damage to a roof, to a good working roof that just is what it is, that is why you have insurance, right? I mean, you have insurance for bad things that happen to your properties. When they happen, you want the financial side to be handled by the insurance company, and that's what we're here for. But when you have just an old roof and you don't want to pay those capital expenses to replace those roofs, and you're going to use insurance to do it, when it works, that's great for you, but it's bad for everyone else. And ultimately, it's bad for you as well, because what we're seeing is insurance prices jumping, 10% a year, 20% a year. And the reason that they're jumping is twofold. One, what I just described, the claims are happening. But the other is the best insurance companies are moving out of this space. They're saying, we're getting killed. Apartment complexes overall in the United States over the course of the last 3+ years have lost money for insurance companies every quarter. Now, again, no one's feeling bad for the insurance companies. I'm just telling you what they're looking at and the numbers they're looking at. The two biggest reasons for that are roof claims and liability claims. And so the roof claims are a big piece of why insurance companies are looking at this, and they're saying, well, there's a bunch of different types of things we can insure. Apartments are one of them. They lose us a ton of money. Do we want to insure them anymore? Someone sitting at some big table in some big building in some big place says, no, we don't want to insure them anymore. And suddenly, as an insurance advisor, as an insurance agent, I don't have that option anymore. I can't go to that company anymore. The company that had the best price, the company that was looking good on coverage, the company I trusted in a claim scenario, I can't go to them anymore. And so the bottom line is the roof claims are a big part of this. There's a whole nother conversation around the liability stuff and ambulance chasing lawyers and stuff like that. But the roof claims are a big piece. So what can we do? I mean, I think that what you have to do as a property owner is figure into your business plan replacing roofs over the course of time. If you have hundreds of units in multiple buildings, you don't want to have a capital expense all at once to do that. So you should plan out. I'm going to replace one roof a year. I'm going to replace 3 roofs a year. That's going to be a certain capital expenditure, and I'm going to keep up on that process. So my roofs are always, whatever the longevity of the roof you put on is. And if a storm happens and shingles are blown off your roof or things, then you file a claim, and that's what insurance is for. Absolutely. But if you're letting roofs just get old and then seeing if you can manipulate the insurance company, hey, it works sometimes. But what it's doing is increasing the cost for everyone who owns apartments. So I hope that's helpful. Really appreciate everyone listening. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe for more videos about real estate in general, commercial real estate investing. Happy to help with that. All right, we'll talk to you later.